Pick up your cat right now. Or think about the last time you did. Think about the moment when those paws relaxed, the claws half extended in that loose, comfortable way they do when the animal is calm and trusting and completely unaware of what you are considering. Because there is a very good chance that you have looked at those claws, thought about the scratched furniture and the pulled threads and the marks on your arm, and decided that trimming them at home seems like a perfectly reasonable thing to do. A pair of small clippers, a cooperative cat, maybe a treat or two, and the problem is solved. And most people are wrong in a way that matters, in a way that can hurt the cat and permanently change the relationship between you and an animal that has, up until that moment, decided to trust you completely. Before you pick up any clippers, there are critical things you should know. A cat's claw is not a human fingernail. A human nail is a flat plate of dead keratin growing from a simple bed of skin. A cat's claw is a curved, layered, retractable structure fed by a living blood vessel called the quick, wrapped in nerve tissue and connected to a specialized tendon system that allows the cat to extend and retract it voluntarily. And inside every single claw, running from the base almost to the tip, is that quick, pinkish, vascular, exquisitely sensitive, and almost impossible to see clearly inside a dark-colored claw. Now this is where it becomes critical for you. When you cut into the quick, and if you are trimming at home without professional training, you will eventually cut into the quick. You do not simply cause a small amount of bleeding. You cause acute pain in an animal that has no framework for understanding what just happened or why the person holding it caused that pain. Cats do not reason through cause and effect the way you do. What they do is associate. The restraint, the clippers, the grip on their paw, the person doing the holding, all of it gets filed together in the cat's memory as a single experience of threat and pain. You do not get to separate yourself from the clipper. To the cat, you are the clipper. And the next time you reach for that paw, the cat already knows what comes next. This is not a small problem. Veterinary behaviorists have documented what happens to the human-cat bond after repeated negative handling experiences at home. Trust erosion between a cat and its primary caregiver can begin after a single high-stress incident and compound with every subsequent attempt to repeat it. Cats that were once comfortable being held, comfortable being groomed, comfortable settling into a lap, will begin to avoid contact, hide during handling, and display what behaviorists call redirected aggression, lashing out at the handler during or after a stressful interaction, not because they are mean, but because they are scared, and they have learned that this person is a source of unpredictable discomfort. You can damage years of relationship building with one bad trim session. But let's talk about the other thing most people do not know, because the biology here is genuinely strange and worth understanding. A cat's retractable claw grows in layers, the way an onion does. The outer sheath of the claw periodically loosens and detaches, and the cat removes it through scratching, which is why your cat scratches furniture, and why that behavior is not destructive mischief, but necessary biological maintenance. When you trim the claw incorrectly, cutting too much or at the wrong angle, you disrupt this layering system. You can cause the claw to grow back misshapen, to curve inward, or in repeated cases of over-trimming, to develop structural irregularities that make normal sheathing difficult. Kittens whose owners attempted regular home nail trims during the first year of life are significantly overrepresented in veterinary caseloads for claw deformities, according to data from feline specialty practices across the United States. Not because trimming itself is always harmful, but because untrained trimming at the wrong length with the wrong tool on a moving, frightened animal that is being restrained incorrectly creates cumulative microtrauma that compounds over months. 1 session feels fine. 4 sessions in, the quick has been nicked twice. 8 sessions in, the cat fights every handling attempt, and the owner, frustrated, starts trimming less carefully and more quickly, which makes every single outcome worse. So what should you actually do? The answer is more straightforward than most people expect. Take the cat to a groomer or a veterinary technician for nail trims. That is not an expensive solution. Most groomers charge between $10 and $20 for a nail trim that takes under 5 minutes in trained hands with proper restraint technique. The professional does not carry emotional weight with the cat the way you do. The cat may be annoyed by the trip, may be briefly unhappy in the groomer's hands, but that experience does not contaminate your relationship because you are not the one holding the clipper. You remain the safe person. You remain the one who fed the cat that morning and will feed it again that evening. That separation matters more than most cat owners realize until they have already lost it. If you are determined to learn to trim nails at home, and some people genuinely develop the skill to do it correctly, then start by having a professional show you in person, not through a video, not through a guide, in person with your specific cat in your specific hands. Learn to identify the quick visually. Use a proper cat clipper, not a human nail clipper. Not scissors, not a guillotine-style clipper on a cat that has never been handled this way before. Trim one claw. Give the cat a long break, a treat, time to reset. Come back another day for another claw if the cat is willing. And if the cat is not willing, stop. A cat that is fighting the process is a cat that is telling you something important, and the correct response to that information is to listen to it.